cycle of female primates, that is monkeys, apes and humans, is called menstrual cycle. This we have discussed in first chapter also, that female primates have menstrual cycle and female non-primates have estrous cycle. Now here we will discuss about the phases of menstrual cycle in detail. In female primates, menstrual cycle is a 28 to 29 days cycle, and during first 3 to 5 days of this cycle, vaginal bleeding occurs. And that phase during which the vaginal bleeding occurs is called menstruation. And first menstruation starts in the female at puberty and it is called menarche. So let us see what different phases occur during this menstrual cycle. Menstrual cycle is a cycle of events occurring from first menstruation to the next menstruation. So it is the events from the first menstruation. Menstruation means vaginal bleeding to the next menstruation. So that is why it is called menstrual cycle, and these cycles are repeated every month in a female. Now this is a graphical representation of menstrual cycle. On the y-axis, you can see here what is mentioned: pituitary hormone levels. These are the two hormones produced by pituitary, follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. And these hormones, they have a impact on ovarian events. That's why just below the pituitary hormone levels, we have mentioned ovarian events. Now what ovarian events? The events which occurring in the ovary, as we have discussed, is oogenesis. So here ovarian events involve formation of primary oocytes, secondary oocytes, and it's also the development of follicles, primary follicle, secondary follicle. So in the ovary, the events are the development of the follicles. These follicles, they develop into mature Graafian follicle. And in the mid of this cycle, there is ovulation. Ovulation means release of ovum from the ovary, and it is at about 14th or 15th day of the cycle. Right, and below these ovarian events are mentioned the ovarian hormone levels. Now these ovarian events, they are having an impact on the ovarian hormone levels. That's why ovarian hormone levels are mentioned just below the ovarian events. Now which ovarian hormones are present? These are estrogen and progesterone. Now this estrogen and progesterone in turn have an impact on the thickening of the endometrium of the uterus. So this next is uterine events. Here is shown the wall of the endometrium of the uterus. And on the x-axis of the graph, you can see the days are mentioned. The days from 1 to 29, because it is a 29 days cycle. So the days are mentioned. And these days have been classified into various phases of the menstrual cycle. First 3 to 5 days is menstrual phase. That is followed by about 6 to 13th day is the follicular phase. Then 14th, 15th day is the ovulatory phase. Then 16th to 28th day is the luteal phase. And after 28, 29 days is the next cycle. This cycle is repeated again after 29 days. So let's see what events occur during these phases. First of all, menstrual phase, as I have already discussed, vaginal bleeding occurs. Why vaginal bleeding occurs? Because the endometrium of the uterine wall breaks down. Now when fertilization does not occur, when released ovum does not get fertilized with the sperm, then what happens? Endometrium breaks down, and endometrium is richly supplied with blood. So the blood along with the broken tissue is released through the vaginal opening, and that is called menstrual phase. Now menstrual phase are an indicative of pregnancy also. But sometimes lack of menstruation can also be due to stress or poor health. Now menstrual phase is followed by follicular phase. Follicular phase, Why follicular phase? Because here the development of follicles is taking place. During this phase, after menstruation, development of follicles start. And this development of follicles is because of the gradual increase in the levels of pituitary hormones. Now you can see here there is a gradual increase of follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. And just at the mid of the cycle, LH, that is luteinizing hormone, increases many times and it attains a peak value. And this peak value of the luteinizing hormone is also called LH surge. And it is this LH surge which is responsible for the rupture of the Graafian follicle and the release of ovum from the ovary. So during the follicular phase, development of follicles occur. Now follicular phase is also called proliferative phase. Why proliferative phase? Because during menstruation the endometrium has broken down. Now after menstruation this endometrium regenerates through proliferation. So this endometrium wall is regenerating. So follicular phase is also called proliferative phase. Side by side there is an increase in the estrogen level, and it is the estrogen which is bringing about the regeneration of the endometrium wall. Now after follicular phase is the ovulatory phase, during which ovulation occurs. Now during ovulation the ovum is released into the fallopian tube. Now if that ovum gets fertilized, then what will happen? The endometrium will be maintained during the pregnancy. Now let's see what happens here after the rupture of Graafian follicle. This ruptured Graafian follicle transforms into corpus luteum. Now you can see here progesterone level was low, but as soon as corpus luteum is formed, the levels of progesterone increased many times. So that means progesterone is produced by the corpus luteum. And this progesterone in turn is maintaining the thickening of the endometrium. So you can see here the endometrium wall also thickened. So corpus luteum increases progesterone levels, and in fact corpus luteum is producing progesterone, and progesterone in turn is maintaining the endometrium wall. Now if fertilization has occurred, then menstrual cycle will stop and this endometrium wall will be maintained for the implantation and further embryonic development. Luteal phase is also called secretory phase. Why secretory phase? Because luteum is secreting progesterone hormone at this time. Now what if the released ovum is not fertilized? If released ovum is not fertilized, then corpus luteum regresses, it degenerates, and simultaneously the level of progesterone also comes down. Now as I told you, progesterone is maintaining the endometrium wall. When the levels of progesterone comes down in the blood, so endometrium wall also breaks down. And this breakdown of the endometrial wall marks the beginning of the next cycle. Now this menstrual cycle is repeated in the female up to the age of 45 to 50 years, after which this menstrual cycle ceases and that period is called menopause.